Let's go. We live. Galactic money.
Eyectado de Saturno de Polar Night Sun. Sábado en la noche a coger el sol. Eyectado de Saturno de Polar Night Sun. Sábado en la noche a coger el sol. Every day, every day. Every day, every day. Gotta go get it every day.
Get that galactic money every day. We'll be here every day, every night. We putting out video content about, just microfinance, microeconomics, and technology, distributed system, internet systems. We talk overall about, and it seems like the dollar has the positive for COVID sick been the past month that has been basically coming down together with the fact that the United States has this print the most money that it has ever printed in ever ever basically, so yeah, it's not looking very good at the moment. Dollar, even the big boys telling y'all now, like like the CEO, the United States corporation, saying to go big or go home. So it's crazy because this behavior, normally people in the crypto sphere will be condoning it and criticizing it, and now we see that like all of the crypto heads are not only condoning it, but it like kind of like encouraging. uh so no shame to my boy Ivan. I'm a evangelical myself. Check the Ivan show every morning. Yes, he does an incredible job. But yeah, this type of behavior, like the stimulus is disguise, right? It's like it's not a blessing in disguise. It's a fucking nightmare in disguise, because people getting free money somewhat, but at what cost? The cost is that you know that amount of money that they distribute to the general population doesn't amount to not even 1% of what they printing out there. They already printed over $10 trillion. That's with a T. And we don't save that even in a decade. We cannot save that. As a matter of fact, now the national debt is bigger than the GDP. So meaning that we every day we eating more than what we're bringing home, right? And this guy is saying to go home, go big or go home. And all the crypto heads are saying, yeah, because it's like, yeah, destroy the modern economy so our coins can go up. But it's unstoppable because that's what the house of cards is. When Obama was the first president to take the national debt 100% in 8 years. So he took it at 8 trillion, left it at 19. I was saying back in 2016, well, this guy has to take it to 40, obviously, and people were calling me crazy. I didn't know how they were going to do it, but this is why they had to invent coronavirus. Look, today, now even the big banks, the big boys telling y'all that the dollar's not looking very healthy. And look how it's always connected to the COVID. When I was saying back in March, like, yo, they never isolated no virus, and you should just keep going with your life. This is about economics. People were calling me crazy. But all that aside, what is doing is out of the global money pouring in the crypto market because it's like the new reality. Not new, is you know we've been the crypto market's been there for now 10 years with the operation of Bitcoin, but now we have money pouring in from all kinds of big pipes. We're talking about that institutional money. We're talking about the biggest. We're gonna go in a little bit later. You know, Fortune 500 companies in the stock exchange, countries now jumping into the crypto market. For the most part, they come through BTC. BTC is the main gateway of the big pool of money because like they don't trust anything else. Move that, those billions, not millions anymore, just billions and trillions now, right? So um, we'll go over since BTC is the big daddy. We'll go every day. We'll go over some fundamentals, pivotal points. So the levels that you should be watching because crypto is not like this panacea that is gonna cure all your financial problems. It actually create more. Um, if you don't learn some basic trading, you don't have to become like a super trader, but at least be wise, be smart. Listen to people that have experience that resonate with you. What we'll do is we'll let our friend Eric from the Crown Crypto Cave pivotal points. Nobody in the globe does a more comprehensive BTC analysis daily basis. I
Pretty much same shit as yesterday. 11.3 to the downside, 11.5 to the upside. Above 11.5, I look for moves back up to 11.8. Any sort of a closure on a 4 hour above 11, so let's call it 700 or even 750, and I would actually extend that run all the way to about 12,000. That likely will drag up our 4 hour Stokes to the upside as well. To the downside, a little bit more diabolical, but any sort of a 2 hour or 4 hour total closure below 11.3, I would target another move back down to about $11,000 base. That area is critical though. If that area fails, now we got to change behavior on the long-term time scale, and I'd be looking for, well, likely a move overall, just coming back down to the low $10,000 region.
Yeah, he goes fast. So that's why maybe we can shoot it up every day. Can't 11.3 for more than hours. Likely, statistically, $1,000 price. And then if it doesn't, like we have a change of behavior, we down probably to start messing with the $10,000 level again, which we did for a while here. We don't want to see that. Most likely, we're not gonna see that in the near future. Who knows? But if you see BTC for more than 4 hours below 300, is going down. Now, same thing. The the way up is above 11. Basically, if it can hold a few hours above 11.6, then most likely we're gonna go to 12,000. Because all this moon boys coming in every day, like Bitcoin is going to 50,000 more, or like markets don't work like in here. They just take this, weight us down, whatever. So we watch levels every day, and and one thing that is kind of like my own pet peeve is the total market cap. A lot of analysts in the crypto space now are catching on. But I've been paying attention to this like 2017 and 19, where after Bitcoin, after the crypto market held above $100 billion, it kind of like never went down. Once it broke that level above 100 billion, um, it just grew as a market. Now, what I'm saying is like our pivotal point is 300 billion today. If we go below 300 billions, we have problems, which we haven't. Uh, yeah, for at least like about 6 months or so, we haven't been below 300 billion. Um, once My whole thesis is once we go above, uh, it's about 400. The calculation is about 450 billion. Let's call it 500 billion. Once we reach that psychological level, um, it's when we're gonna get like that acceleration of the bull market, you know, and that is gonna equate to about Bitcoin at around 13.5, you know, above 13.5, above, basically above 14,000, it's funny because people don't want to buy Bitcoin when it's bearish at 10,000, but everybody's going to go crazy when it's like the 14,000, that's when the euphoria and the FOMO is going to start kicking in. Kind of like, yeah, kind of like the FOMO that is kicking in at the corporate level, right? So this is stuff that we used to talk about in the 2015 era, like when this happened is gonna be awesome, and we here today. Basically, we have all this Fortune 500. You see this number of BTC that they hold. Yeah, Grayscale, they the biggest accumulator of BTC in the world. Basically, the most, aside Nakamoto. So, yeah, and every day this is like once a Fortune 500 like MicroStrategy comes into the market, what are the other ones gonna do? They're gonna want the shiny object. If so, check this Bitcoin Treasury list here, and it's yeah, Lou, that was huge. That Fidelity is now basically considering 5% overall. People are probably one of the uh, biggest entity uh, holding institutional money, about 3 trillion. About it's actually about something like $6 trillion in management that they do. 3 to 6. They cannot even count, and even even Satan needs BTC nowadays. You got a Rothschild, not calling them Satan, but yeah, even the conspiracy theorists, and this market is growing, and with everything that's going in the world, my own like pet peeves here. If you still investing in like pharmaceutical because they coming out with a vaccine, like you are a gambler just like I'm a gambler, but you actually betting on the devil, like what are these people? If there was like an actual uh pandemic, people are dying, why would you want to make money from the cure anyway? Like, shouldn't that be something that humanity would want to like help everybody? And shouldn't that be like an project. You know? So you could tell that this this whole scam is related to the fake economy that we live in, and this is why we got to do Galactic Money today because there's a lot to catch up to. You know, money is coming big into the crypto market. We got Ethereum now. You excited about that? Why? Yeah, yeah. Because you know, 2.0 has been on work for about 4 years, and they haven't delivered because they didn't want to compromise decentralization for a lot of the stuff that, like, a lot of the other projects already did. Like a lot of the projects that are working on POS today on proof of stake, um, they just traded a lot of centralization for the capabilities that they have today. Vitalik didn't want to do that. So it's cool to actually see progress. And I do hope, and I am a believer in the Vitalik vision of trying to keep it as decentralized as possible. Um, there's a lot of like out of there's a lot of talk about the file coins, you know, the storage and the storage space, you know, the storage of data. How valuable is that? And then, you know, he was claiming that BitTorrent, you know, the same thing that what did the guy from Gemini, the twin, what did he say? Yeah, like the big Bitcoin and Ethereum, and here you get Justin um, saying the same thing. Basically, yeah, everybody wants to pump the storage space, you know. And I'm like, well, storage online is only valuable as long as it's available, meaning that you can access it from any type of device, an Android device, an Apple device, any type of, think about all the device. Yeah, there's billions of devices with different type of software, right? Running on different type of software. So your data has to communicate with the devices and stuff. Um, so it depends on the availability and the tools connecting it. You know, depending on what kind of tools, uh, smart contracts, operating systems, and yeah, all kinds of modular also processors of datas. You know, so yeah, it's gonna get going because we the cool thing about the crypto space today is that we're jumping into a more of a utility. Like we have things like Uniswap today. You know, you can actually change your coin from inside of your wallet. That's something that nobody could even think of 2016 and stuff. What Ethereum is, I mean, for sure, have swag finance. So this is like a DAO, you know, bringing in DeFi to porn, basically. You know, so it, so you know, this. I'm a real quick.
Yeah, Swag's founder is believed to be the founder of Cream.Finance, Jeffrey Wang, who is not only a crypto OG, but also brother of a famous Taiwanese singer Stanley Wang. Indeed, it's possible that the Swag project will help breathe a little life back into Cream.Finance, which has been on a downward trajectory of late.
Okay, so this guy Jeffrey Cream, big performance base, biggest Asia. Cool because the sex workers, they need their freedom. Nobody wants ring friend. Damn, biggest the crypto space. She's beautiful and
Who
brave.
is Sailor? Sailor is a Bitcoin bull. 38,250 Bitcoins for the bull of bulls. The century sailor, smarter, faster, stronger, longer.
Oh, Arrows. She responded, "Y'all dance." Uh, Not only like Bitcoin. Um, the reason why I've been paying attention to the total market cap even more so than the price of Bitcoin is because of stablecoin. Stablecoin, we knew the day that I saw die, I knew that the world had changed that day, the day that I saw it working. So DAI is a stable coin. It's not backed by dollars, pegged to the dollar. Pegged and backed is two different things, but it's kind of and keeps the price very close, steady, right? But it's not backed by dollar, but it's pegged um, with a mechanism that trades different coins to maintain that approximately $1. But it's a bit more decentralized than all the other ones. It's not perfect yet. Nothing is perfect. Nothing would ever be perfect, right? But yeah, but it keeps growing. And the the thing is that you don't even have to speculate on price. And today with DeFi earn yields where there's no yields on the conventional markets. When you have money being printed at the speed of light, it's worthless. So in the markets, nobody pays for rent anymore. Because money's so cheap. If you could get a loan at a 2-3%, how much are they paying the owner of that money? And the bank got to get its cut there, because the bank doesn't lend their money, they lend other people's money. I'm very bullish about projects like Pickle that is bringing in DeFi with the stable line. And uh, yeah, this been performing great lately. Yeah, there's a good explanation about stablecoin here. The Wise Crypto Rating. And like you know where where is all this? I was saying that the dollar here is sick, and it's kind of like a death sentence. But it's just like a slow death sentence, like a virus kind of death sentence. Where are all the people that were gonna die from AIDS? Any- they right? um, yeah. So this is a slow death for sure, though, because the invention of negative rates, right? So now you pay for your money for you to put money in the bank. Thanks to the Bank of Japan for delivering, were the first to deliver negative interest rate. It's coming to different parts of Asia. It's coming to the rest of Europe. Some countries in Europe already there. It's coming to England for sure, right? The Bank of England is saying, banks, get ready. And coming to the United States. Okay, our CEO has been
The most
asking for
believer in
Day
negative rates
one.
only if other countries that are competitors. Look, Germany, they're an ally, they're friends of ours, but they're still competitors on trade and other things. So Germany, Japan, others have negative rates, and I think if they do, we're the most prime of the world. You know, it's based, many countries based on the dollar. The dollar is by far the strongest, most powerful currency in the world. We've made it more powerful, we've made it stronger, and certainly if they're going to have the advantage of negative rates, we should too. I feel strongly we should have negative rates. Negative.
Yeah, it's coming everywhere. Plague. You know, contagious. Yeah, so what you gonna do? This is why we do Galactic Money every day. Every day, every night, at any time of the follow the activate. Follow Lou as well. Music, he does incredible music too. Creative and thing though, uh, um, even though they have printed the most money that we've seen in history, basically, like 10 trillions, we never produced that kind of money, you know, in a year or whatever, now we're just printing that in few quarters. But the velocity of the money they have printed of that money, have hold it, airdrop to their friends, not to the general population. What they given to the general population amounts to less than 1% of that 10 trillion. That $1,200 check that some people get, that's not even 1% of pie. Okay, so there's a credit crunch. They holding the money while they print. Here we see M2, the velocity of money is at the slowest. Even though they have printed, so this is key. Even though they have printed the most, the money's at the slowest. This is how, they fill their pocket, everything, all the actual assets at whatever price they can, the money's coming in slowly through the market. This is why following this content, this Galactic Money content can help many people, because we can follow the money, plain and simple. Now we make money. It's that time to make money. It's time for the speculator. 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 Tron. Hey, ETH. ETH 2.0. Yeah, for sure. Okay. The whole strategy of speculating on crypto shitcoin, trying to find a project that has somewhat of fundamentals, that is fundamentally sound. It's like the team has been building for a while. You check their GitHubs, they working, they have somewhat of a community, and they can reach actual markets as well. That's very key. The fundamentals, right? Um, and also, so basically, my whole scheme here is to check for project that has performed, that are down a lot, and that are poised to come back, like somewhat of a sure bet. We because we see it over and over in the price. um we see Darwinian here, possible with this rain token. Is like a bridge token, not so much like an oracle, but like a bridge token that is, it's being built for Polkadot, which is the greatest things since Ethereum, right? um but even more so, because not only is being built to work with Polkadot, that is going to be serving different type of, connecting different type of blockchains, but the rings also going to connect to Kusama, which is kind of crazy because we saw Ethereum being born, and then Tron came out of Ethereum by copying it, right? And it's like, okay, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Kusama is like, it was intended to be like a test net of Polkadot, but so they were pushing development in there, and basically it's more capable. So it's kind of like a cheaper, better Polkadot, possibly, because it can serve more uh more projects, basically. Polkadot, the problem with a lot of these projects choosing centralization is that you're gonna have some cloggage, um in Polkadot being a bit centralized, uh, is gonna be a bit more limited on the amount of projects that it can serve at one time. Yeah, it's amazing because you can connect Ethereum. Yeah. But besides besides the fundamentals, okay, strategies, this this coin has basically performed, or it went like over 100x here, it's down a lot now, and it has yet to recover. Okay. Yeah, buying this can definitely go 10 cent any moment. So that's over 100%. So yes. So DAOs gonna sound very similar, but and a lot of crypto sounds very similar and are very similar, but even a small differentiation can make a big difference. It's kind of like there's not a big difference between Bluetooth and LoRa. They both like low power, long communication streams, right? And they both exist. Well, this is kind of like DAWs as well. does something different than Ring, but it's kind of like connecting different data from different type of. So DOS is the Chinese link, basically. A lot of people familiar with the concept of oracles, and the good thing is like, again, we are in that stage in the crypto space where some of these things are actually useful. Like today, Link is useful. All that DeFi happens because of Link. Actually assuring the transactions. There is some truth in there. That's what DOS is doing. Kind of like Trump did to Ethereum, trying to do it faster, cheaper, better. They come in with a lot of announcements. Yeah, they down a lot, and it's time to buy more. Yeah, I can see. And finally, Curve is like OG of DeFi. Has out of like top valley side of a bit centralized, and there was some with the Anderson's down a lot. But this 50 again, I know atomic gold. Like this is stuff that if you grab it now, yeah, it could also go very likely. Okay, thank you. I hope you got something good out of the video.